All right, before we start these two problems here and then the two problems on the back, before you start them, you should do a very quick timeout. Is that even a triangle? Now, answering that part of the question, if you just skip that and you see if it's a right triangle, obtuse triangle, acute triangle, then that particular piece of it is actually the level 4. So if I look at this and I just do the problem without thinking to myself, is this a triangle or not, you can still get a level 3. Okay, one of these answers between 5, 6, 7, and 8, one of them is not a triangle. Okay, so we're going to check that triangle piece first, and then we're going to try to see what kind of triangle it is. Okay, so how do I check to see if it's a triangle? Is 5, this is what I'm checking in my head, is 5 plus 12, is that bigger than 13? Yeah, that's 17. So that just means I can do this problem. This is a triangle. Okay, so if that doesn't work out, you say it's not a triangle and you don't have to do anything else. You're done. Okay, this is a triangle, so now I'm going to see what kind of triangle it is. This is my biggest number, so I'm going to start with that number. Okay, we're throwing these numbers into the Pythagorean theorem. So 13 squared, is it, question mark, equal to 5 squared plus 12 squared? Okay, and this is where we grab our calculator just to see. Is it equal? I don't know. Let's find out. 13 squared is 169. So I have 169 on my left. And then on the right side, if I do 5 squared plus 12 squared, I also get 169. Okay, we wrote down yesterday these 3 things. Yesterday we wrote down if c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, that is a right triangle. Okay, so this one is a right triangle. We also wrote down, if you want to have it here so you don't have to look back in your notes, we also wrote down if c squared is bigger than a squared plus b squared, that triangle is obtuse. And then the third option, if my c squared is smaller than a squared plus b squared, then that's an acute triangle. Okay, and I only write that down so that you don't maybe have to go grab those things from your notes. You can just look right here. Okay, so because of these 3 things, I know that this, because they were equal, this is a right triangle. Okay, let's try the next one. In your head, is 10 plus 12 bigger than 30? Is 10 plus 12 bigger than 30? No. So 10 plus 12 is 22. 22 is not bigger than 30, so this is not a triangle. And I'm done. Okay, being able to determine if something is a triangle or not is that level 4. And they do want you to say, well, it's not a triangle because 10 plus 12 is not bigger than 30. Okay, so somewhere on your paper, if you have that, and then you say it's not a triangle, that's what gets you to that level 4. Okay, okay, let's try this again. There's 2 more on the back, 7 and 8. Okay, but this does, on number 7, we'll do this one together, and then on number 8, if you want to try it on your own first before I jump in, we can do that as well. This one I want to talk about just because it has that radical 8 number. Okay, so radical 8, is that bigger than 6? Is that smaller than 6? I don't know, so I have to figure out which one of these numbers is the biggest. Radical 8 is dangerously close to radical 9. The square root of 9 is 3. So this number is really close to the number 3, which means it's the smallest of your 3 numbers. So what I'm wanting to know is radical 8 plus 4, is that going to be bigger than 6? Okay, well, let's find out in my calculator. Because again, I don't know exactly what radical 8 is, but I know it's somewhere around 3. Okay, so second radical 8. Get out of the radical. If you're using your calculator, you gotta push that over button to get out of the radical, and then plus 4. So then this is 6.8. So 6.8 is bigger than 6, so I am good to go. I am good to check and see what kind of triangle this is. Okay, again, on these little yellow calculators, if you type in radical 8 and it spits back to you radical 8, right? That's not what you want. You want to know what the decimal is. So in order to get that decimal, you have to actually change its mode. Okay, so to change the mode is the second button over, hit mode, and then all the way at the bottom it says classic or math print. Classic gives you decimals, math print gives you radicals. So you have to flip-flop between the modes. And my other classes, my algebra classes, they want the calculator in math print mode. So these calculators are getting switched back and forth every day. So it just depends on what calculator you get. So in the mode, if it's not giving you the number that you want it to give you in this mode, you go down to the bottom, go over to classic, or go down to classic, and then hit enter so it actually changes it, and then get out of that. Okay, and then you go second quit to get out of that. All right. Now let's actually go and see. This is, my biggest number is this 6, so I'm going to start with that one. So 6 squared, is that equal to, I'm wondering, is that equal to radical 8 squared plus 4 squared? 36, I got that one, 36. The square root of 8 squared, those are going to cancel each other out. So that's 8 plus, and then that's 16. Okay. You don't have to write this part out if you don't want to. I can just grab my calculator and see what I get. I can do square root of 8 squared plus 4 squared. Just type that in, hit enter, and it's 24. 24 is obviously going to be smaller than 36. So 36 is bigger than 24. And we talked yesterday, if your c-squared side, the side in between my hands, if the c-squared side is bigger, what kind of angle does that create? Creates an obtuse angle, which makes that an obtuse triangle. You will not be told on the test that c squared bigger than a squared plus b squared is obtuse. That's something you have to know. Okay, so the first 4 questions on this review, that does get you a level 2 if you can get all of those questions correct. But then if you can add on the questions that we're finishing now, that can get you to your level 3. Okay, so right here we have c squared is bigger than a squared plus b squared. This is an obtuse triangle. That's an obtuse triangle, okay? I'm going to give you some time to try that number 8, and then we'll come back together to see what our answer is, okay? We'll be done. So this last question here, did you do in your head, is 20 plus 21, is that bigger than 28? The answer is yes. That means I'm allowed to continue on and do the problem, okay? So yes, that works. Okay, biggest number is 28. 28 squared, and I'm checking to see, is this equal to 20 squared plus 21 squared? Okay, grab our calculators. 28 squared, that's a big number. 28 squared, 784. And then 20 squared plus 21 squared is 841. Since my c squared is smaller, that's my acute. Okay? Okay, last thing that we need to talk about is showing our work. So on this scale, okay, this is crappy but true, okay, and I need you to know this before you go into the test. You cannot get better than a 2.5 if you don't show your work for the simplifying radical part, okay? So let's say if you're simplifying this radical and you throw it into your calculator and you put a decimal number down because you're like, I don't know anything about radicals. You can still get a 2.5, okay? However, if you're looking for a 3 or a 4, you have to actually show your work for simplifying this radical. Does that mean you have to do a t-chart? No, but it does mean that for your radical, you have to show what perfect square, 112, so it's 2 and 56, 112 divided by 3, doesn't work, divided by 4 is 28, 5 doesn't work, 6 doesn't work, let's divide by 8, 8 is 14, maybe 12. Nope, that's it. Okay, so as I go through here, the biggest perfect square, looking down this way, nothing, 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 nothing. There it is, this number 4. Wait, is there another one? 16? Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, you guys got a 16. 112 divided by 16 is 7. Sorry, 7 and 16. I should have tried 7. I skipped over one. There it is. No. Okay, so regardless of what happens, whether you do a t-chart or not, you have to show me that you're breaking this number into 16 and 7. So if you just show this step, you're at least showing one step. Do you have to show all this? No, because some of you do that just in your calculator, right? So it's okay, but you do have to show this step. So 16 breaks down into 4, and then radical 7. Why do we require you to do that? Because the calculators will do it for you, and we just want to know if you know how to do it, and this is the only way we can try to make that happen. Okay, so on the scale, let me just pop this scale underneath the doc cam here. So for the rest of those, after you finish this sheet, don't forget to do that homework 49, but let's just go through this scale one more time. On the scale, to get a 1, you have to get 3 questions correct. 3 questions, okay? 3 questions could be the Pythagorean theorem, those first 3 questions. Pythagorean theorem with integers, where you're trying to find a side. Pythagorean theorem with integers, where you're trying to find the hypotenuse. Pythagorean theorem with non-integers, radical sides, where you're trying to find a hypotenuse. Pythagorean theorem with non-integer sides, radicals, and you're trying to find the side length. Okay, so all 4 of those questions are 1 through 4 on the front of this worksheet. If you get all 4 of those questions correct, you're at a 2. What if I make a mistake? What if I don't simplify my radical properly? It's okay. You can still get a 2. To get a 3, okay, to get a 3, you have to then add on to that your converse Pythagorean theorem, which means you're telling me if it's acute, right, or obtuse. Okay, that's for a 3. However, it says right down here at the bottom, if radical answers are not simplified with work shown, the max score is 2.5, period. Okay, so you have to be able to simplify that radical and show work. Then, on top of your 1, 2, 3, if you can find the not a triangle problem, or you can show me that you understand how to determine if it's a triangle or not a triangle, that gets you to the level 4. So when you're looking at these questions over here, if you know how to tell if it's not a triangle, but you miss one of these questions, that question actually doesn't count. Okay, that's an addition, it's like an added bonus if you can understand that part of it. So what's really important is the first 4 questions with the converse on top of that. So the first 4 questions on this review plus